All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Hackerproofhq. I'm sure you guys are aware of what we did yesterday. If not, we're gonna have our videos everywhere. But today we have a special guest with us. Today we have Kevin. Kevin is a founder of Cybermuk, incident response engineer. Actually, Kevin, I'm not even gonna do it anymore. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself. Kevin, give us a little brief intro about yourself.
Thank you for having me. Pleasure to be with you all. My name is Kevin Mukam, CISSP certified cybersecurity,
Hey, shout out to you.
and founder of Cybermuk. We've been in business for 2 years, training individuals into cybersecurity, and we are Comptia training partners. So we train people for the Comptia Security Plus, and so far we have been very successful. We've trained more than 100 students,
Really?
and out of 75 people who took the certification, 74 passed. So
Wow.
only one person wasn't able to pass because of a technical issue, like the computer at some point froze. And but just to say, we have a great track record of
Yeah.
success.
So I guess I'll start off with a question. So what made you go into the idea of saying I want to train people to get into cybersecurity? Getting a cybersecurity certification from Comptia.
Yeah. So that's a great question, and I'll always give credit to a friend of mine. Her name is Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I think, 3 years ago or 4 years. She asked me a question by text.
Mhm.
A question like, for me, it was a simple question. What's the difference between static and dynamic analysis?
Mm-hmm.
And I explained with a voice message, a voice note, and I told her, because I always, even in my classes, I always use analogies. I think it's the best way to explain,
Right.
Exactly.
teach. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I told her, like, static analysis is like someone who is just a cook who is just reading a recipe and tells you your food is not going to be good or it's good.
Yeah.
And dynamic analysis is the cook who is actually tasting the food to.
Make sure.
And then she responded to the message. She was like, "Yo, you explained so well, wow!" But for me, it was very simple. But her message really impacted me, and
Yeah.
I'll always give her credit because that's where I got the idea of maybe I could transmit and help, teach. And so I use a lot of analogies in the classes and real life examples. And that's how it came about, the idea of taking the course. And how Comptia came about is because it's one of the certifications I took, and it's one of the entry level certification in cyber.
Right.
And it gives you, it's really important. It gives you a broad, knowledge of terms,
Yeah.
understandings, acronyms, and all those.
This is
Yeah,
not
so-
sponsored by Comptia, but really
Uh,
they are. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I had a quick question though. So,
Sure.
with the Comptia certification that you train people for, do you only train for the Security Plus, or you train them for all different Comptia certifications?
So particularly for Security Plus, and also what our program has in addition is we also have a lot of hands-on labs. Like every week, we dedicate 4 hours to hands-on training.
Oh, Okay.
So they go on Linux and like there are instructions. They go on Linux. They go on. I teach them tools like, or we teach them tools like Nessus. For vulnerability management,
Right.
firewalls, different firewalls like UFW, IP tables, Wireshark for networking, Burp Suite, and a lot of those tools, like they get hands-on
Awesome.
experience
Yeah.
so that they can.
Nessus, how were you able to get the license to have those?
We use the free version.
Oh, there's a
for
free- okay, there's a free
the
Yeah, there's a free version.
And with the
yeah.
free version, you can even scan systems as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I got that from my experience at the University of Maryland.
I've actually used that one too before. Yeah, decent. It's decent,
So-
but it's not compared to the like the paid one or the enterprise one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's a huge
There's
difference.
a difference for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's touch on a little bit about your experience as a incident response engineer.
Vulnerability management.
Look at that! I'm already messing things up.
But I've experienced a little bit of all that, so yeah.
We'll touch on the one you're currently doing, your vulnerability management. So, what kind of tool sets are you using to do your job?
So Qualys, Nessus, there's one called Quiet AI.
Quiet AI.
Yeah,
What does that
so-
do? Quiet AI.
They all pretty much do the same things. They scan systems. They tell you like what are the vulnerabilities. They order them, they assess them like critical, low, high, medium, and they give you like remediation measures or suggestions, and weekly scans, or like you can schedule the scans, and it's just pretty much like every other tool
That you use for.
I know most of them have like this kind of like sections or specialized. So like let's say you want to do like SOC 2 vulnerability management. So like on the Nessus thing you can just scan the system for just network like compliance basically.
Yeah.
Vulnerability scanning and stuff
Absolutely,
like that.
yeah.
So,
Based on the compliance framework your
Yeah.
company's using.
Use it,
so
yeah.
you're
So it
more
makes it
focused on
easier,
HIPAA
or PCI,
or
exactly. Yeah,
things.
Nessus has all
Particular
those. You can do basic scans, advanced scans, scan for ransomware, scan for. It has a lot of.
Yeah.
In your day-to-day job, how many kind of vulnerabilities are you remediating daily?
Oh, a lot.
I'm not gonna mention the company, but we're just gonna talk about.
Yeah, because it's a lot of like they have a lot of offices in the US, like, and it's a lot of devices, a lot of them. So it's important to always regularly scan and make sure that
There's probably a scheduled scan.
Yeah, definitely scheduled
scan.
definitely scheduled scan.
You usually don't run it through during work hours because you just be causing too
the
much trouble.
load on the systems.
Yeah.
As the agent.
Yeah.
Have you used any agentless vulnerability management tool before, or is it just mostly agent ones?
No, mostly agent based.
Is there any agentless ones available? Because I'm not on the vulnerability side, so it'd be actually good to know if there's any agentless.
I haven't really tried to explore like deeply into that, but yeah.
Is there a particular criteria that you use to detect false positives, or like, because from my experience with vulnerability management, sometimes it can get very, very overwhelming. There's so many that come in, and you have to sparse to make sure that it's detecting the right ones. Is there a way that you're able to flesh out that noise
That's
and actually?
A good question.
Yeah, that's a good question. So they're like with the different, like they have other tools and they're dedicated teams for that, but they have other tools to measure like thresholds. And once it's like above a certain threshold or below a certain threshold, they don't really take care of that. So they really focus mostly on high and critical ones.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that we focus on, like high and critical vulnerabilities.
To touch up on what Vicky said, how do you guys determine exactly, like let's say there's a CVE now, how do you guys determine which one is worth your time to remediate and which one is not worth your time to like remediate? And what's the action taken for those CVEs or vulnerability that is not really worth?
That's a great question. It's actually based on the business impact analysis, the BIA, and focusing mostly on the devices and the systems, because the company that I told you about, mostly on the sensitive devices that process the credit card data, and focus on those systems first and those servers first before the other ones, because those are the ones.
Those are more critical to business needs.
To business needs, exactly.
That's
and
nice.
To put it to go back to your words, to put this in simple terms for someone that's listening now that hasn't dealt with vulnerability management before and doesn't even know what we're talking about, how would you explain to them like what it is and what you do and what you're scanning for?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So a vulnerability is a weakness, right? And people have weaknesses. Systems have weaknesses, and cyber criminals try to find weaknesses to get into a network or to get into a system. So all your computers, laptops, desktops, all of them, they have vulnerabilities, weaknesses. It's not always anything super technical. It can be a lack of an update. It can be a misconfiguration, default passwords, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So you have to work to fix those vulnerabilities, to remediate them.
Yeah.
So the vulnerability management process is 5 steps. First, you identify the vulnerabilities. Then you assess. So once you have identified the vulnerabilities, you assess them from low to critical. So low, medium, high, critical. And you want to take care of the critical ones first. So that's the remediation. That's where the work is really
done.
The most work is done.
The most work is done.
That's the most visibility that the company has visibility on also.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you remediate the critical ones, then the high all the way to low. Then you report on them. So you report your findings to the responsible teams if there's required follow-up or meetings or stuff like that. And then you monitor. So scheduled vulnerability scans too. And the way I like to explain this topic, vulnerability management, is just like, imagine you have a house, right? If you have a house, your house could have vulnerabilities or weaknesses, for example.
Yeah.
A broken window, a door handle that's not functioning, or and vulnerability management will be the person doing the home inspection.
Yeah.
First he comes, he does the identification. He will tell you there is a window here that's not working, there is a plug here that's not working, etc. Then he will assess. Assessment phase will be telling you have to fix this one first, because an armed robber could easily get into your house.
That is true.
Yeah, but the plug in the bedroom that's not working, you don't. That's a low one.
Yeah.
Low risk.
Assess. And remediation is where he fixes all of them.
Gotcha.
Fixes the door handle, fixes everything. Reporting, he gives you the report of his home inspection, and monitoring, you can tell him come back every month or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nicely put.
Oh, sorry. Personally, I like to say like vulnerability is not really the problem.
What is the problem then?
Is the chances of that vulnerability getting exploited? Because there's vulnerability everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
So what are the chances that this can get exploited? And if this get exploited, how bad will it hurt your organization?
That's why I
everything-
said critical.
that's
saying
hard.
that everything could be based off of user error then, because user are the ones the most critical piece to your infrastructure,
Right.
and they're the biggest threat landscape. I think that's what it is, threat landscape.
Yeah,
right?
humans are also vulnerabilities. Like they have.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah.
yeah, they're the weakest
The
link.
biggest.
The
Actually.
weakest link.
That's
So
why you have to train,
that is
test,
true.
pen test, test regularly. Test. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also something else that you really touched about. I know we've talked about your experience and talk about what you do, and you did a great job explaining exactly what a vulnerability manager does, and just the job duties that basically you're performing. So we're gonna touch a little bit on your experience as being a founder of Cybermuk. So tell us about that. How did you get started, and what led you to creating a company and having such great guys work with you or work for you as co-founders?
Yeah. So I always used to, before creating the company, help people, for people who wanted to take certifications, because one thing that I do is I write a lot.
Yeah.
I write a lot. I take notes a lot, and I always used to help people. Like I had my notes for the Comptia Security Plus. I will help people with that. I will help people build their resumes. I will help people prep for interviews. So I thought, why not put it all into one and market that,
Yeah.
right? So taking people from zero, like our first week in our course is three classes in a week, 2 hours per class, 6 hours of fundamentals. What is a firewall? What is the cloud? What is an operating system? What is? So we try to get everyone at the same level with basic definitions.
That's important.
That's very important to make sure that we're all at the same level, and hands-on, installation of Linux on
Linux
their
VMs,
computers,
yeah.
of Kali Linux, and touching on the
Terminal
terminal
to make the right command.
basic commands, ls, cmd, all those cd, sorry, all those
Yeah.
basic commands. Then we, after like 10 weeks of training, 6 hours per week, and all those, we have a project. So they do present a project. So we give them a scenario. It can be in cloud, it can be vulnerability, it can be in risk management. Because what we've realized is that in a lot of training programs, people don't let students speak, or like like they'll
It's
just
not
let them go away.
interactive.
Yeah. So we want to see, based on what we taught you, what do you know? So, and then they present the project, they lay it out, and we give them feedback, we correct. Then we have resume building, interview prep. So we actually prep them. We invite other professionals. We prep them for like
Real time, yeah.
real world interviews. Sorry, and so the idea was, I was able to help people do all those individually, and I just put it all into one, like from day zero all the way to certified, interview ready, resume ready, and so far we've had a lot of students who had like 6-figure roles.
Really?
In
Do
lot
you
of
have
Fortune
testimonies?
500. Yeah.
Testimonies?
We have video testimonies on our Instagram platform,
Uh-huh.
on our YouTube, on our social media platform, on our website as well.
Yeah, feel free to share your Instagram and your
Yeah,
social
the-
media
it's,
stuff. Like
We'll
that.
put it,
Well,
we'll put it in the
we'll put it
link.
in the-
We'll
yeah.
put it in the description of this YouTube video. And also, we're going to touch up on this later on, so I'll talk about that later too. So, yeah,
Yeah.
keep talking. Sorry about that.
Yeah, and so for example, we had one guy. He was pharmacist
Yeah.
in transitions because he wanted to work remotely, and then he had I think that was one of our first students. He had a 125K offer
Really?
from and my favorite thing about that is really like your old students, they come and they tell you like, thank you for changing my life, thank you for and one of them invited me to his wedding. Another one, like whenever they have children, they tell me, and I always send over like diapers or anything like that, because at the end of the day, we're also building a connection,
It
community.
brings joy to your heart too.
It brings
Yeah.
joy.
It
It's
does.
not only about the training, but building
Being
a
able
community.
to help other people and
Yeah.
build a community. That's
Yeah,
the
and my team is also made of some of ex-students.
really.
Yeah.
I saw when I looked over your website. It seems that you had a few guys in your team that had the CISSP.
Yeah, we are 3 CISSP certified, and 1 CISA, and everyone Security Plus. And yeah, we have a few certifications, some AWS. We have a few certifications.
That's good. So going into the discussion of this card right there, this beautiful card that you brought us today. Can you go ahead and give a little bit of an explanation of what this card is? I don't know if you could zoom in and
Yeah, this is a gift. You
get
turn
this.
around.
Turn
yeah.
around.
Yeah, this is a gift for all of you guys. So these cards are designed to explain cybersecurity, like for anyone who wants to learn cybersecurity, there are three different parts. First parts are basic definitions. For example, what is the CIA triad?
Mm-hmm.
What is hacking? What are cyber criminals? So some definitions. What is a cookie?
Mm-hmm.
Definitions with
These are all
words.
basic definition that people
Basic
need to know.
definitions, yeah.
Because I can speak on this a little bit. Understanding cybersecurity for someone who's just trying to get into the field might be difficult at first because usually you don't really know where to start. And I think this card gives you a basic, idea of exactly
Overview.
what those different important pieces in cybersecurity is, and I think you covered it a lot. So this card that you have right now, we're giving away three of them to a selected few who just joined our newsletter. So if you're watching this, please go ahead and click the link in our bio and join our newsletter. And we'll be picking three of you guys to join our newsletter to get this deck of card. And if you're trying to get into cybersecurity, this is going to be really helpful for you. So join our newsletter to get this beautiful made
Flashcards.
card that
Thank
helps
you.
you learn cybersecurity.
Yeah, we
Thank
try to demystify the concept of cybersecurity, and
Yeah.
my thing, like my best tool is always analogies,
Mhm.
and so that people can relate to terms. So
It makes you remember the
Yeah.
it makes
the
you remember,
concept.
yeah. Like I like
A
to
lot
use
better.
also the one of the load balancers, for example. Load
Don't give out
balancer.
any of the card hints that.
Oh yeah, no, no,
okay.
yeah. So the load balancer is like when you go to the checkout lane at a store, and then there's only one person, and then they open more, and then the line reduces,
And it goes faster.
and it goes faster.
Mhm.
Or even the TSA lane at the airport, the more people there are, the more they open lanes, and then it distributes the traffic.
That is true.
Yeah, that actually that helps students remember.
It does,
easily.
honestly, because the technical definitions are not
Yeah, the
straightforward.
technical definitions,
It's
there's so
not-
much technical jargon
my
and complex
God.
words.
And
but
people
will take
sometimes
you a
don't
while
think in
to
those kind of
understand.
wording.
Yeah.
Like sometimes reading those
Yeah.
kind of wording, I get confused myself.
yeah,
Like when I was studying for the CISSP or the CSM,
Yeah.
all the certification that I've taken in my life,
yeah,
just some of the concepts and the term they use, my brain don't
Exactly.
function that way. I'm more of
Exactly.
I have a street brain. I have
Yeah.
to see it in English that I can read.
yeah.
Yeah,
Layman
exactly.
terms.
Yeah, I have to
Very-
see it in
yeah.
layman
That's
terms. I
it.
can
Yeah.
process it better.
That's
Like
it.
seeing it in complicated terms,
Yeah,
sometimes I have to read it 3-4 times just to and look up what that word means just to fully get the definition of what it
Exactly.
actually means.
Mhm.
So we try to demystify it as much as possible. So
Mhm.
that's the first part of the cards. The second part is a series of games which we'll play later. Guess the word. So we give you some images, and then you guess the
Don't
word.
show Kobe because Kobe's trying to Kobe's trying to find hints right now so he
Yeah,
can
you
use
guys are
that.
funny.
So you guess the word based on the image shown
On the
and
picture.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah.
And then third is
You can even play that with your friends, interactive with the
Oh,
people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, because if
So
you're
we're-
playing
we're
something with your
trying
friends
to-
and you guys are trying to learn together.
This
it's
will be
also a good thing for
perfect.
even icebreakers at work.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to contact
Yeah.
organizations for them to use it even at work for
Mhm.
icebreakers and
Mhm.
stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then thirdly, multiple choice questions. So based on the earlier definitions, we
Mhm.
have multiple choice questions. So this is also useful for anyone who wants to study for certifications and stuff like that. We have MCQ with potential answers, and at the end there are answers for all of them. So
Yeah.
I feel like even experts could use this for like a refresher.
Yeah,
just so
I,
we
yeah,
can-
I was when I
definitely.
was reading it. That's exactly how I felt. I was like, I need to use this to
Yeah.
go back and remember a lot of these terms. In terms of your course, right? How like when people for the certification course that you're teaching, is it a semester based? Is it quarterly? Like
Oh, that's a
how?
great
What's
question.
the enrollment process? And
Yeah, it's like 3 to 4 months, and we try to have like 3 courses per year.
okay,
So one in the like January February period, one mid year, and one around August September. So this session, for example,
mm-hmm.
we are in the resume building phase. We finish with the training and
Oh.
projects, and so the course is in like 4 parts.
Mm-hmm.
First is the training, the core. That's the where we spend the most time. Training, hands-on, prepping for certifications. The second part is projects. They present projects. They explain. It doesn't matter if it's Opta, Nessus. They each choose a different project.
Mm-hmm.
Third part is the post training, so resume building, interview prep, job search assistance, and fourth part is those like actually intensively preparing for the certifications.
Oh, okay.
So my question will be, if somebody wants to get into your course, all right, firstly, where can they find you? What did they need to bring onto the table in terms of like, do they have to have some basic understanding, credentials or whatever?
Great
And how
question.
much like does it cost them to, enroll in that? And
Yeah. So
Basically, what does it take for them to be able to be successful in your program?
yeah. So those are great questions. So the website is cybermuk.com, and the link will be
Description.
posted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, got you. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
It'll be
cybermuk.com,
there.
and the social media handles are all the same. Cybermuk,
Mhm.
and there's an enroll section on our website. With the entered information, name, everything, and we usually keep the people in the system to announce for the next session.
Mhm.
And now to be successful, all we ask for is you need to, because we've realized some students, they might not always put in the work. They just expect to
Get
give in
that out.
everything.
Yeah, mhm.
But cybersecurity and any program in general, you also have to put in the work,
Yeah,
right?
gotta
So
sacrifice.
we give everything that we can, every resource possible. But you can ask me for a book, I give you the book, but you have to read
Read
the
it,
book,
right?
right? We
Yeah.
give every resource possible, every document, and we just ask them to be punctual, on time in class, to ask questions, to be active, to be dedicated. We even have a program where at the end of the training, the most active and interactive student gets a free Comptia Security Plus voucher to take the
Oh,
exam.
really? How are you guys able
Which is
to?
worth
Is that
$400.
is that something provided by Comptia?
Yeah, it's provided by Comptia,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
our partnership. And then we also have 20% off for all our students who take the Comptia. So instead of $400, they pay like $320
Mm-hmm.
to take the certification. And instead of, and the most active student, like active, interactive, ask questions, always punctual, present in class, takes the certification. So what we ask them is really like, ask questions, be active, be curious. I tell the students, I'm here for you to help you. Reach out to me. Bother my phone. Don't. Some will be like, sorry for disturbing you. I'm like, I'm very passionate about cyber. So
Yeah.
ask me questions.
Right.
I'm here to help you.
Yeah.
And that's all we ask. And then the pricing is $2,500, and it's payable. So it's $1,000 deposit, and then every other 2 weeks $500.
Yeah.
Because we realize
Make it
that many
affordable.
students, affordable and with payment plans.
Yeah.
And we always tell the student that the course will pay for itself if you're
Dedicated.
dedicated.
Yeah.
Because so far all our students got 6-figure roles. Like all those who were able to get
Every
roles.
single one of them.
No, not every single one of them.
Okay.
All those who were able to get roles
Yeah.
were at least 6-figure roles,
Okay.
6-figure salaries. And
But
what
are
we
you
tell them-
preaching when it comes to those kind of courses? Are you preaching that everyone's going to get a cybersecurity role? Because
No, we don't promise anything.
Okay.
We do not promise anything at
Okay.
all. Yeah,
Okay.
we say you will be able to target those roles.
Yeah.
Now it's up to you to
Put
Based
in
on
the
your work
do the work
ethics.
we give you everything, every resource, but then you have to put in the work. You have to practice. Like I always tell them, for the interview preparation, we give them the structure of how to answer. For example, tell me about yourself. But then you don't just go and read the PowerPoint and then that's it. You have to practice. Yeah. You have to. I tell them, FaceTime a friend and tell me about yourself. Go in front of the mirror. Go in front of a family member. Tell them. Practice that until it becomes something that it doesn't seem like practice anymore. It flows. Things like that. So
That's with anything in life, though. Just
Exactly.
practice
Yeah.
makes perfect.
exactly, like
Yeah.
you don't just take the course and you think that's it. You have to put in the work regularly. And so what I wanted to say was, we tell them, we're trying to get you in the 6-figure roles, but imagine even for an 85K salary, your bi-weekly pay, depending on the taxes and location, whatever, it could be around $2,800 a 2-week paycheck.
Yeah.
So that already pays for the course.
It does.
And we are trying to get you into the
upper echelon.
yeah.
Yeah.
So as we're getting closer to the end of this, we like to leave it for the audience member to ask us any questions that they have for us. And we also a startup tech brand. Not only a tech brand, we have a podcast. We have an app coming out soon. You guys should look forward to the High Hack app coming out soon. It's doing a lot of good things for you guys who are students and who are looking to get into the field. So we like to, and we just hosted an event yesterday too. So if you see our
And it
voice
was
a little
great.
bit cracked,
It was
Yeah.
great.
like you were there, right?
Daniel
Yeah.
killed him, man. Daniel killed him.
Yeah.
No, Kobe was the best. If you
Oh, don't do
the
that.
video that we have coming out soon, if you see Kobe's reply and response, amazing. And Victoria too.
always.
Victoria's well spoken. Victoria's the MVP of Hackerproof.
Thank
But
you.
I'm gonna again leave the floor open for you to ask us any questions that you want to ask us, and we try to answer to our best of our abilities.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what is like your goal in like the vision for the company?
Everyone
How do you
asks
see,
us that.
in 2 years,
Yeah.
5 years, how do you
Yeah.
see the company
Yeah.
growing?
So I can say this: Hackerproof started off as an idea. As an idea to get people that look like us to be in one community where we could collaborate,
Yeah.
exchange ideas, exchange views, and just help people who are trying to get into the field like you're also
Yeah.
doing, get into tech. So we started off as an idea, and we were able to do so much with that idea that we also have a podcast that's been successful the whole year. We just hosted our first event. It was by God's grace, more events to come.
Absolutely.
We are working on the app that is going to help people also get into the field. So I think we're just in the market of collaboration, community, and helping people like us get an idea of what a community that has tech people in it, and also help people branch into the tech field and get those tech positions that they're looking for.
Right.
We're not promising you anything like a cybersecurity role or like a might have
never promise because
never promise.
You will be held to your word.
Exactly. But we're promising you an experience that will get you into a community that actually cares for you and help you get into the field.
And I have another question, if you allow me. It's a little bit more personal, right? As a startup, this is for all of you guys. I'm probably sure you've dealt with that. How do you deal with having to, like, seeing if you have friends who don't support, and then you even ask for support, and they don't even support, they don't even like because as a startup, I've experienced that a lot. Having to like, you have to ask them to like a post, to share, and then you don't see them react, and you just.
I feel like you want to take. I could quickly put it.
Yeah, I'll go there. You could
Okay.
go. I feel
go
like
ahead.
in life it's like that, man.
It's
Not-
like that. Yeah.
Not everybody is going to support you, and
yeah.
some people can support you from a distance. Maybe it's just not their style.
Tied to like. Yep.
You understand? So you have to be accepting of however they are going to
Support you.
give you their 2 cents in it or how to support you. The only thing you should look out is for if they are trying to discourage you. That's where the red flags are.
People
But
that
then-
You answered that
bring you down.
properly.
Yeah,
So that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
what Kobe said. Not everyone is really into social media like that, so I'm
Yeah.
not really looking for everyone to support me.
Yeah.
Because in life, sometimes you have to be a lone soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, I think what hurt me sometimes, right, is, but I don't take it personally. I just see it. I don't even say anything, right? But it's like you'll see your friends share Barcelona posts and stuff like that.
I guess it's to soccer.
But then just a like, or just to show me,
and you know
because
what
it
too?
even makes me feel like I'm doing a good job. If you
Right.
support
Yeah,
me.
yeah. You know what too? I think sometimes that someone who's your friend might not really, when they see a content like that, they might not be even thinking about liking it because it's like, oh, this is my guy. I just seen it. Let me just go to the next one
Yeah.
because your guy. No one
Yeah.
really think that. Or let me just sit there and click on it and
Yeah.
comment. Because also, I know people who don't really have the time to fully go and be on social media. Every single post, liking it. Come on now, it's not easy to be on social. And social media is not an easy place to be in. So. Anywhere that's showing support, like showing up for your event,
Any way
making
they
sure
can do
that
it, right.
you can tell the friends that actually want you to grow because they're not like Kobe said, they're not really giving you backhanded compliments,
Right.
or saying that discrediting what you're doing. They're also telling you, bro, keep going, man. You're doing great. You're doing great. Those are the people that you want around you in the first place.
And also too, I saw this somewhere, but our friends are not our core audience. They're probably not our core customer. So maybe what we're doing doesn't even interest them, to be honest with you.
True,
and as much as they like you and they love you and they will support you like they were saying when they can, they're not going to go out their way every single time because this is subconsciously not their thing. So, but the thing is your audience will gravitate towards you and they're the ones that are going to like it. They're the ones that are going to post. That's even what you want. It's people that actually are interested in what you do versus people that are forcing it. So that's what I had to learn, to just kind of let things go and not feel like, oh, they don't like what I'm doing, or
That's a really good point.
Question,
I hope whoever's our video editors could clip that and get that in one of the clips. So appreciate you for coming, my Cameroonian brother.
Thank you.
Thank you very
God
much.
bless
Great
you.
episode.
Thank you
Thank you so much for
being
having
here.
me.
Hope you had
It
fun.
was a pleasure. I'm loving this.
Okay,
I
thank
love
you,
it.
man. Thank
Thank
you.
you,
All right,
guys.
guys.
All right, y'all
Peace
like,
out. And make sure you guys
subscribe.
like, subscribe, and comment, and all that other stuff. Thank you guys, and
Peace and
appreciate it.
love.
peace.